Hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is PD. How are you? If you're new, welcome to the family. If you're old, thank you so much for tuning in today. God bless you. Also, today we are looking at the weakness. For the purpose of this video, we are looking at just the weaknesses of we, the women, we feminine women. What are our weaknesses? What are those things that easily carry us away or distract us from the course of our life? If you know those things, it is easy for you to stay focused. It is easy for you to be set in the path of righteousness and truth. This means that you know what to allow and you know what not to allow. It also means that you know how to use your full capacity to influence what goes on around you positively and profitably. You consciously and intentionally make these decisions to become more profitable to your society and to yourself. And most importantly, reach the fullness of God's purpose for you. We all have our purpose, our individual purpose in life. As a woman, if you understand your weaknesses, begin to try to overcome them, work to put them under control. It will help you reach the fullness of God's plan for you in life. Our weaknesses are actually our strengths. So that's why I really want to look at it from the point of weakness. And then we'll later look at it on how to use them as an advantage and make them our strengths. So we are going to be drawing our points, the weaknesses of a woman from the Bible. And we are going to be starting from the book of Genesis. And number one weakness of a woman is that we are easily accessible, or we are easily convincible, if you may say. Eve from the book of Genesis was the more approachable person. The Bible did not say Adam went to anywhere, contrary to what we were told in Sunday school, that Adam stepped away and Satan had access to Eve and started speaking to her. The Bible didn't say that. Adam was right there, but Eve was the more accessible one and the more convincible person. Why do you think that more than 70% of church members are women? Yeah, that's because we are more convincible than men. Women believe everything you tell them. They buy it hook, line, and sinker. That is why we are lied to all the time. I meet a lot of sisters and they say they want to get married to men that are God-fearing, that go to church and love God. That's the number one criteria every sister wants to get married to. And guess what? Most married sisters had that dream and they followed through, only to find out that that man they married wasn't really God-fearing like they thought. But they bought it when the man portrayed that personality from the beginning. The Bible says Satan disguises himself as the angel of light. So women, if you know that you are easily convincible, then you will not be taking things at first value. You will not just be, you will verify every word you're told before you buy them hook, line, and sinker. Have you ever heard about the word that if you want to get to a hard man, you should go through his woman? That's what happened to Adam in the Garden of Eden. Eve was the more accessible person. Eve was the person that Satan could go through to get to Adam, because she was the one that gets carried away by anything you tell her. So if you know this, you will know how to put yourself on that check. You know that it's not everything that comes to you you would buy. Not everything they tell you you believe. Don't be too convincible. Don't a guy just tell you I love you, I want to be with you, and you're like, oh, he said he loves me. He said he's going to do this for me. He said if he's just talking and he's not fulfilling, don't believe him. The Bible says, guard your hearts with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. So, ladies, guard your hearts. Don't believe everything you are told. Not every guy that comes to you and say, oh, this, I love you, I did. Listen, watch. Any word that is not backed up with action, real action, is not true, is a lie. So the next weakness of a woman is also drawn from the book of Genesis, and that is exaggeration. A woman has the tendency to exaggerate everything, and that is why we gossip. Women gossip a lot, and most gossip, half of it is lie. They are lies because the remaining part are just exaggeration. Satan went to Eve in the Garden of Eden, and he said, did God ask you not to eat of this fruit? And Eve said, just like the normal woman, no. God did not only say we should not eat it, God said we should not even touch it. So that's why I'm not even listening to you. Meanwhile, she's all ears. Learning as a woman that you have the tendency to gossip, to exaggerate and lie will help you curb it. You know that that's your weakness. If exaggerated from beginning, what God did not say, He said God said it. You know, lie is not the opposite of truth, but rather lie is the perversion of the truth, a little twist of the truth. And we women, we have those tendencies, and it's a weakness to exaggerate things and blow things out of proportion. And that is why the Bible warned us in 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 13 and 14. I'm going to put that scripture up here so that you can look at it. It talks about women not going from houses to gossip and to watch what they say. You know, this warning was specifically for women, not men. The Bible specifically gave this warning for women. Now you agree now totally that we as women, we have weakness of exaggeration or talking too much or gossiping. Another weakness of the woman is the need to be attractive, the need to be beautiful. Now, this is what God put in us. I don't know why, but every woman likes to look beautiful. Every woman's eye, she's not beautiful enough. She wants beautiful hair. She wears jewelry. She wants her lip to look bright. She likes to make her nails. She likes to look good. It is not something that just started. You see, women, I've had like pastors, especially some kind of church, preach that women, it's worldly women, just worldly women that have this tendency to want to look beautiful, to want to look attractive. That is not true. Do you know that Esther, Ruth did the same thing, but let's start with Esther. Esther asked the whole of the Jew community to fast and pray with her. She also fasted and prayed for 3 days. But when it was time for her to meet with the king, she put on her best dress. There is something about a woman that makes her know that she has to look good in a certain kind of situation to attract a certain kind of results that she wants. So it is not me that started it. I'm not the first person that likes to look good before I come on YouTube to make a video. Esther knows this, and she put on her best dress before she met with the king. And learn how to put on your best dress. Learn how to put your best foot forward at the right time. It is very important. Ruth, they did the same thing. You know, I love Naomi. Naomi is the mother-in-law that gave Ruth that key. Naomi said, Ruth, go take your bath. She mentioned bath. Take your bath. He didn't end there. He said, put on a perfume. Smell good also. And Naomi didn't end there. And she said, wear your best dress. And that's what Ruth did. And she was able to win the man of her dream. Meanwhile, if you've not watched the video of how to attract the man of your dream, I'll put the link to that video at the end of this video. So go and watch it after this video. You're not married and you want to attract the man of your dream, go and watch that video now after this video. And if you've not yet subscribed to my channel and you're viewing this channel now, please do me a favor. For me to be considered to be a YouTuber, I must have at least 1,000 subscribers if I will be officially a YouTuber. I am I'm getting to 200 now. So please encourage me. Just under this video, just look down there, you see a red column, a red inscription that says subscribe. Click on it. Do that now as I'm talking. Click on it, and then a bell button will appear. Click on it too. That button, when you click on it, you will get notification anytime I post a new video. I do DIYs, I talk about personal development, and then lifestyle, general lifestyle. Please join me on this journey. It's going to be fun. So back to our weakness. Excuse me, please. Back to our weaknesses as women. One of them, I said now, is that we like attention. We like attraction. We want people to look at us and say we are beautiful. We like to feel beautiful, and we like to be seen as beautiful. Now, why this is a weakness is that I just mentioned the good part of it, but why it can become a weakness can be traced to Jezebel, the queen. Jezebel will make herself up and open the door and sit outside or in a high place where everybody will look at her. And then she begins to attract people herself to herself. She's like that fairy tale story, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? If I'm not, then go to hell. She just wants that attention. You know, when Satan came to Eve and told her that, you know, this fruit, you not die, surely die when you eat this fruit, but it will make you look like God. It will make you become like God. That's what sometimes some of this makeup and all this drama we women like to, you know, exhibit. We want to be like God. We now become God of our own. Some people cannot come out of their houses without makeup. Some people will deliberately make up and come out so that people, just like Jezebel, so that people will see them. You know, they are so full of themselves. They attract, they lure men with this kind of makeup and lure all kind of evil. They want to be like God. They want that perfection. They want to draw. You know how Satan wants to be worshipped and wants to draw attention to themselves. If you have that kind of tendency, you make up, you wear, you dress, you show all your body parts, you open your breast, everything is around outside, you wear very bold makeup everywhere, big, everything about you is overly exaggerated. It means that you are trying to draw too much attention to yourself and you're just like Jezebel. And guess what? Jezebel wanted to be like God, and that was the same offer that Satan made to Eve, that you will become like God. Let there be moderation in everything you do. Moderation is key. If you have this tendency that you deliberately make up to come out so that people will see you, then there's something to try. Check it. Another weakness that women have, traced again from the Bible, is our tendency to be very materialistic. We women, we are materialistic. You know, people say men are moved by what they see and women are moved by what they hear. I oppose this. Women are moved by what they see and also what they hear. We carry the two together equally. We do not drop any one and leave another one. We are moved by what we see and what we hear. Women are carried away by flashy cars. Does he have good cars? Where does he stay? What kind of shoe does he wear? Is wristwatch? You know, we look out for these things. We like the good life. We like life of luxury. It's our tendency. You know what? When Abraham sent his servants to go and marry, I put that link of that scripture here, to go and marry a wife for Isaac, and he met with Rachel, and Rachel fell into the old criteria of what he asked God for when he was coming to ask, when he was looking for a bride for Isaac. The first thing he did was to put jewelries on her. He just threw away jewelries on her, and she was already in love. She was like, where all this came from? I'm going there right now. So when her father asked her to stay behind and later they will come back for her, she said, no, I'm going with him now. I'm going to meet with Isaac right now. You know, women are like that. We are moved by what we see. We are very materialistic. Am I like that? Yes, I like material things. The Bible says God has given us all things that are pertinent unto life and godliness to enjoy, including all the good things that God has deposited into this life. But when you are beginning to make decisions only based on what you can gain, or you begin to fall victim into the hands of ritualists. My niece was telling me that in school she had friends, or not really her friends, she had people telling her that they were looking for fraudsters as boyfriends. They want to date guys that are fraudsters because they have more money to spend and they have good cars, they ride good cars. Now, if you are that kind of person, you fall into victim of all these ritualists. I read somewhere where a young girl got married to an old man and she started encountering some issues in the marriage. And people say, oh, you got what you wanted. You married him because of the money. So all the baggage that comes with marrying an older man, you get it. That's how it is. If you begin to go for just material things, if you make decision based on material, what you see with your eyes, you are going to make wrong decision. The same reason why Eve fell into the temptation of Satan in the Garden of Eden, the Bible says she saw that it was inedible, it looked good to eat, and it looked beautiful. It was two-way. It looked good to eat and it looked beautiful to behold. Women are moved. That's a proof that women are moved by what they see. From the book of Genesis, Eve already proved that. She saw that it looked beautiful to eat and it looks beautiful generally. It looks fine. Women are attracted to fine things and beautiful things. That's why he fell into that temptation. So don't fall into that temptation. Yes, there is a tendency, it's our weakness to be carried away by all these flashy things, bling bling and all that. But don't fall victim, for not all that glitters are gold. Some of them are traps in disguise, in fine. You know, when they want to set trap for rats in the house, they put meat in it. Rats like meats, so they put meat or fish in it. So don't fall victim. Don't go and fall. Don't let your long throat land you in trouble. Put all those things under control. Learn to control your loss. The last weakness of a woman I'm going to be mentioning in this video is our need for affirmation. We need people to tell us that we are beautiful. We need people to tell us that we are good enough. We need people to tell us that we are intelligent. We need people to praise us. We need people to give us all kind of accolades. And if it doesn't come for us, we become very depressed and we begin to seek for it. We begin to make noise about it. See, listen to me now. You are beautiful. Say that to yourself every day. Every morning, tell yourself. If you look at yourself and you don't look beautiful, don't be moved by what you see. For the Bible says, why we look not unto the things that are seen, for they are subject to change, but the things that are not seen, for they are eternal. So just start looking at yourself through God's eyes and start telling yourself, I am beautiful. I am enough. Affirm to yourself everything that you want to be. Affirm to yourself everything that you want people to tell you. By the time you start telling yourself, you start becoming. Even if you are not, you start becoming. And then people start seeing what you do not see or what you are seeing. And then they begin to tell you, and they are just confirming what you already know. So you're not looking for someone to tell you that you are beautiful. You know you are beautiful. So when they tell you are beautiful, you've already told yourself in the morning, I'm beautiful. I have all that it takes. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. I am a city that is set upon the hill that cannot be hidden. When I step into places, I am the light. When I open my mouth, I speak life. I speak peace. I'm positive vibe that brings life to every situation. I'm the one that settles peace. By the time you start telling yourself this, even when you are not. So now look at yourself, look at your eternal value and begin to speak them down. And nice people will now start telling you, nice people, some people will never tell you, to be jealous. But nice people will tell you you're beautiful. I like the way you dress. I like the way you talk. I like the way you carry yourself. There's this oral about you that I love. Good people will not start telling you. And remember to always put that smile on your face. Smile, 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 smile. Don't say my smile doesn't look good. Your smile does look good. Smile all the time. I've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe. And remember to watch How to Attract the Man of Your Dream. I'll put that link here. Subscribe right now. Thank you so much.